as you don't have any, Alyssa has some extras that she would be happy to distribute down to you. And we just ask you to participate. We really need you to participate in our presentation. So you can take some chances and experience the rewards of this presentation.
Okay, so a little bit about us. I know that we're not taking a conventional approach to BrockTV Talks. Usually these presentations are done individually, but we're standing up here together as a team because we had an incredible opportunity that we took part in about 4.5 months ago. We flew to Winnipeg, Manitoba, and had the opportunity to speak at the Canadian Conference on Student Leadership about our passions. And today, we're here to inspire you to do whatever it is that you need to do to find the passion within you and to share it with other people. And we've already heard from some great people already, and they've shared their passions. So we really, as Marina said, we want you to participate as best as possible and make sure that you get something out of it. And what you get out of it is your decision. So.
Awesome. So as Marina previously mentioned, today we have handed you all a paddle. How this is going to work today is we're going to ask you to step outside of your comfort zone and interact with us today. We're very excited to be here speaking to you about leadership journeys and the benefits of stepping outside your comfort zone to experience the rewards. And so today, when we do our discussion and our presentation, we just ask that you follow along with the paddles in front of you and in your hands, and really interact with us because you never know where the chances that you take will take you.
Okay, so there are two parts to this presentation, and it's indicated in the title of the presentation as well. But part one is about taking some chances. Opportunity. 4 years ago, I was presented with an opportunity to attend Brock University. I said yes. I accepted the offer. 3.5 years ago, I decided to get involved on campus. 3 years ago, I got a job working on campus. And for a few years in between, I had a lot of other opportunities present themselves. Ones that I said yes to, ones that I said no to. Most recently, about 4 months ago, my friends asked me if we wanted to speak at BrockTV Talks. And I jumped on that opportunity and I said yes. Today, we want you to think about some of the opportunities that have presented themselves to you. Personally, and I can honestly attest to this, every single thing that I've said yes to, and every single thing that I have said no to, have allowed me to take part on this journey. They've brought me to where I am today. I've learned new skills, learned more about myself, and I'm here able to speak in front of you all. So we have a question for you. The choice is yours, okay? Will you, you're on Team Green, take advantage of opportunities that present themselves, or Team Red, view opportunities as potential obstacles and say no? Okay, so we got a lot of red, majority red. Oh, green. I am colorblind. Okay, perfect. So we're off to a great start with the presentation.
Okay, the second part of this, well, number 2 for the first part is your attitude. So attitude is very important when you approach the opportunity to take. And whatever that means to you is what you're going to take on. For us, it was going to the conference. And I know maybe a conference is not for everybody, but an attitude that you approach that opportunity can change how that opportunity is going to go. If you approach it in that positive, lovely way that you are, and just being yourself, you're going to take a lot from it. And if you approach it in a way that you're not so sure where it's going to end. So the question that we have for you now, Phil, just kidding, is are you going to be a positive role model to others as we step in our leadership journey, or are you going to just be a Debbie Downer and not really care about what you're doing in your leadership path? Yay, go Debbie Downer.
Awesome. Okay, so now I'm going to ask you to put on your thinking caps and think of a situation with me for 1 second. So, for example, that we're going to talk about today is when we were offered to speak at the Canadian Conference on Student Leadership at Winnipeg, as Alyssa previously mentioned. are we going to pay for hotels? How are we going to do all of that as students here at Brock? And so we knew personally that this was something that we were really passionate about. And if you're really passionate about something, you will do whatever you can to make sure that you get to your destination and where you want to go. So for us, that took a little bit, and it took a lot of time and multiple emails and multiple phone calls, but that's okay, because where we ended up going, we loved being able to speak at the conference, and so overcoming the boundaries that you might see in front of you is really important, and just taking that step forward is what we want to encourage today.
And celebrating your acceptance.
Yeah, throw some confetti. Perfect. So, are you going to take a chance and accept this incredible opportunity that you have been given, or are you just going to say, it's not really for me, I'm too busy doing homework, I'm too busy here at Brock, and are you going to leave it behind? Woo! Good call, right?
This is a good crowd. Now we're on to part 2. So this is the fun part, where you're going to start experiencing the reward. Step 4 we've outlined is the destination. You might have heard it once or twice before, but people usually say that it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. Right now, I'm going to tell you, it is about the destination. Have that end goal in mind, and you'd be surprised at what you can accomplish. You have a vision, you have a dream, believe in yourself, have a positive attitude. When you get accepted to do something, celebrate it. And find the confidence in yourself to persevere and continue on this journey, which we're going to talk about briefly, to get to your destination. So our next question is, decisions, decisions, decisions. Will you move forward and embrace the opportunity, or decide it's not for you and just stop yourself on the path? That's it. Okay. Good, all green. We're hoping for all greens throughout the presentation.
So, now we're going to talk about the journey. First, thought about the destination and where you want to go, and you reflected on it. All of you said that you're going to go forward and you're going to move forward. And now we're going to talk about that journey. One is, we talked a little bit about attitude, and how are you going to make sure that that process, that you enjoy it? Are you going to make sure that you're meeting new people, that you're reflecting on it, the way you dress? How are you reflecting yourself upon others? So the question that we have for you on the journey, so are you going to go above and beyond with those pre-existing expectations? So can be expectations of yourself, can be expectations that others have of you in your job and everyday life? Or are you going to just do whatever it takes to just get by and kind of follow that routine again? Green. Go green?
All right, friends, we've made it to our last step. Congratulations. So this part is all about you and your legacy, the one that you want to leave behind. So for us, we're going to use our example of talking at the CCSL, making sure that we all network with the people that we met there. We added them on Facebook, followed them on LinkedIn. Then you have this connection with the people that you've met, so you can see what's going on, what they're doing in BC, what's happening in Nova Scotia. So you can really find ways to figure out what works and what we can do to make Brock a better place for the students that attend Brock. So finding ways to say, hey, yeah, this worked great, let's implement this here, is something that's up to you, and that's going to be a part of your legacy. So for our final question, are you going to apply the new skills and experiences that you have learned from your past experience, or are you just going to do the opposite, leave them all behind, forget that you had that experience, and just continue on living your life? Last go team green. Come now.
That CCSL is going to be here next time. So
Yes.
yeah, that's our legacy.
A few key takeaways in case you've lost us at any point during the presentation, or you were just throwing up that green paddle because everybody else was. First is that we know that our attitude can affect our life choices. A positive attitude goes a long way. And in spite of all these crazy assignments that we have in our final 2 weeks as a student for this year, remember that forcing yourself to smile will actually trick your mind into thinking that you're happy. And encouraging your friends to certite and push on through these final few weeks and throughout the year is so important, because once you start encouraging them, they'll encourage you. And it's, you know, the ripple effect, as they like to call it.
And number two, there's just so much to gain from that chance that you take, but you never know unless you take that chance. We're just here to offer you that opportunity to think about the opportunities that you have and maybe take that chance and move forward and then experience the rewards.
And last but not least, you never know what's going to happen when you do decide to take that opportunity and take that step to push yourself outside of your comfort zone. All three of us met before we went to Winnipeg, and I can personally say that the connections that I've made with people at the conference and then between the three of us is something that I definitely don't take for granted, and I'm very grateful that stepping outside of my own personal comfort zone has brought me to these two and so many other people here at Brock and around the country.
Thank you.
Alrighty guys, thank you so much for coming out tonight. We really appreciate it, all the speakers and everybody in the audience. And can I also ask all of these speakers to come to the front so that we can take pictures after? Alright, thank you.